morning, all. A warm welcome to the new session of Social Science class. How are you all? Are you fine and safe? Good. So you are all fine and safe. Don't go outside unwantedly. Be safe and stay healthy. Okay, shall we begin our new session? Are you ready? Okay, you are ready. In the last class, do you know what all we had discussed or what are the topics that we came across in the last class? Someone is saying, yes, we have studied about the factors of production. Okay, can you please tell me, are you remembering it? Yeah, okay. So, can you please tell me which are the factors of production? Yes, it is land, then yes, labor, then capital and organization. Good. Then we had studied in detail about each factors of production. We also studied about the features of each factors of production. Then we studied about the rewards that we are getting from each factors. We also had seen a picture. Can you remember it? What's that picture? Yes, it is the circular flow of economic activities. Can you please tell me why the economic activities follow a circular pattern? Anyone? Yes, this is because we all know that the human wants are unlimited. So, in order to satisfy each want, the production need to be continuous. That's why economic activities follow a circular pattern. Today, we are going to start a new lesson. Can you please tell me regarding what topic we are going to study? Before getting into the lesson, I would like to ask you a question. Can you please tell me how many planets are there in the solar system? Anyone? Someone is saying? Yes, there are 8 planets. Okay, can you please tell me in which planet we are living? Anyone? Yes, it is in Earth. We are living on Earth. Okay, can you please tell me which is the planet in which the life exists? Only planet in which life exists? Anyone? Yes, it is in Earth. Earth is the only planet having life. So this lesson is about Earth, the planet in which we are living, and its myth, the myth regarding Earth. Do you know what is myth? Myth means kettigal. Okay, so what are the myth regarding Earth as well as what is the reality? Before getting into the lesson, we can have a look of a story given in the textbook. Please have a look. Okay, this is the name of the lesson. Lesson number 5, the Earth, Myth and Reality. An ancient town in the 2nd century BC. So this story was happened in 2nd century BC. The people are celebrating the day of the marriage procession of the prince who got married to the beautiful princess of the neighboring country. People crowded on either side of the royal path to welcome the prince. Rather than seeing the princess, all of them were curiously viewing the prince's wedding gift, a huge golden statue with human head on a horse body. But the joyful days didn't last long. The town was struck by a severe drought. Do you know what do you mean by drought? In Malayalam we will tell Valalcha. To know the reason for the drought and to prescribe remedy, the king assembled all the great astrologers of the land. Their finding was that the drought was brought about by the prince's wedding gift, the golden statue. To remedy the situation, they recommended the golden statue to be thrown from the edge of the earth. Okay, this is the story. I hope you have read this story. So can you please tell me whether do you think that they could throw that statue from the edge of the earth? Do you think? No, it is not possible to throw the statue from the edge of the earth. In olden times, the shape of the earth was believed to be flat, and there were lot of confusions in the shape of the earth from the beginning or from the ancient time onwards. There were lot of confusions in the shape of the earth, and the stories regarding the shape of the earth was also very interesting and imaginative. Now we are going to study about the shape of the earth and also the beliefs and reality. We are going to see what are the ancient time philosophers' thoughts about the shape of the earth. We can have a look what are the ancient time philosophers talk about the shape of the earth. Please have a look. Okay, can you please tell me who is this person? Can you recognize this person? Someone is saying, yes, it is Thales. Do you know who is Thales? Thales was a Greek mathematician, astronomer from Miletus in Asia Minor. He was one of the 7 sages of Greece. Now we can see what does he says about the shape of the earth. Okay, the concept of spherical earth was first put forward by the Greek philosopher Thales in 7th century BC. So he is the first person to put forward that the shape of the earth is spherical, and he believed that this sphere is floating on water. Okay, next, do you know who is this person? This is Pythagoras. Pythagoras also was an ancient Greek philosopher and the founder of Pythagoreanism. He was credited with many mathematical and scientific discoveries, including Pythagorean theorem. You will study in your, I think you had studied the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. Okay, do you know who is this person? This is Aristotle. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher during the classical period in ancient Greece, and he was taught by Plato. He is also a founder of Lyceum, a school established by Aristotle. Next, do you know who is this person? This is Copernicus. Copernicus was a Renaissance era mathematician and astronomer. He derived quantity theory of money, a key concept in economics. I had shown you three philosophers. We can see what they are saying. The Greek philosophers Pythagoras and Aristotle established that Earth is spherical in shape, and this period saw numerous opposition against this view. During the time of Pythagoras and Aristotle, the people believed that Earth is spherical. Earth was flat. So when these people said that Earth is spherical, they cannot accept it. So that was the reason behind the opposition. And later, Copernicus strongly supported this concept. Next, we are going to see okay, can you recognize this person? He is an Indian. Can you tell me what is his name? Yes, it is Aryabhatta. Aryabhatta was the first of the major mathematician, astronomer from the classical age of Indian mathematics and astronomy. What does Aryabhatta says? Aryabhatta, the Indian astronomer, strongly believed the shape of the earth to be spherical and that it spins on its own imaginary axis. Okay. You can see this is the imaginary axis, a line drawing in the center of the earth. So earth is spinning on its own imaginary axis. This is what Aryabhatta talks about. Next, can you recognize this person? This is, yes, someone is saying this Magellan. Do you know what is his original name or full name? Ferdinand Magellan is the original name. He is a Portuguese explorer who organized the Spanish expedition. Expedition means Sahasiya Yatra to the East Indies. We can see what Magellan is saying. Years later, Magellan's voyage around the world proved that Earth is spherical. Voyage means traveling in ship. So Magellan traveled in ship and around the world and proved that Earth is spherical. Next is a very familiar picture. When you are studying science, you will be knowing this name. Okay, can you recognize who is this person? Yes, it is Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton, do you know what is his most famous invention? He had formulated the gravitational force. Do you know how he had formulated it? Once, when he was sitting in a garden, one apple fell down on his head. Normally, when an apple fell on our head, we will just eat it. But he didn't eat. Instead of that, he thought that why this apple fell down on his head, why it cannot go up. From that, he formulated the gravitational force. Now we can see what does Isaac Newton says. Sir Isaac Newton prove that Earth is not truly spherical in shape, but slightly flattened at the poles and bulged in the middle. I will show you that picture. You can see that the poles means this is one pole and this is another pole. This is North Pole, this is South Pole, and you can see the poles are slightly flattened and the equator is bulged. This is the equator. Equator is the line that divides Earth into two halves, and the equator is bulged. This part is bulged. Both these parts are bulged and poles are slightly flattened. So the spherical shape of the Earth, which is slightly flattened at the poles and bulged at the equator, is known as geoid. This shape is known as geoid, and the meaning of the geoid is Earth shaped. Nowadays we can see the shape of the Earth from the satellite images. Okay, next question to you is, how long or how far is your school from your home? Can you please tell me? Yes, it is 1 kilometer. Okay, so how you are coming to the school? By auto rickshaw, or by bike, or by walking, or by cycle? You are by cycle. So how much time you take to reach your school? Oh, 10 minutes. So his house is 1 kilometer away from the school and he will take only 10 minutes. My house is at Narakan, and from my house to the school is 7 kilometers, and if I am coming by two-wheeler, I will take 15 minutes. If I am coming by bus, I will take 20 minutes. Okay, if I am walking from my home to the school, how much time I will take? Yeah, maybe 1 hour, or 1 hour, more than 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, like that. So can you imagine, if you are traveling this whole Earth, how much time you will take, or how many years it will take to travel this whole world if you are by walking? Okay, I will introduce you a person. This person's name is Jean Beliveau. He is a Canadian explorer. He trekked and sailed around the world. Trek means walk. So he walked as well as he traveled through ship and round the world. Do you know how many years he took to cover this whole Earth? It was 11 years. About 11 years he took to travel this whole world. And do you know what is the perimeter or circumference of the Earth? Do you have an idea? It is 40,000 kilometers. So you can imagine how big the Earth is. Okay, next question to you is, do you know who is the first person attempted to find out the circumference of Earth? It was Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes is the name of the Greek philosopher who attempted to find the circumference of the Earth. He had found this perimeter based on the angle of incidence of the sun's rays, and he calculated that the perimeter of the Earth is 250,000 stadia. Stadia is a unit of distance used in Greece, and it was close to the actual circumference. Imagine one thing, when he was calculating this perimeter, there is no modern equipment that that what we are using now. So you can imagine how brilliant or how genius was him. That's all for today's class. I hope you had enjoyed my class, you understood my class. I will be giving you the notes after this class. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.